Good evening, I'm Bianca Ray. It's 11 o'clock, time for news.
You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader, live in high definition. This is News Channel 3 at 11.
Thanks for joining us. When conversation turns to fried Oreos, you know it means one thing. It's the first weekend of the 67th annual Riverside County Fair and National Date Festival in Indio. There's plenty of family fun attractions going on and food galore at the fairgrounds. As News Channel 3's Laura Yanez shows us, this year neighbors are getting a taste of tradition, but with a twist.
They're timeless, tasty, and fresh 365 days a year.
Very good, very sweet. They're a lot better than the bag of cookies that we go for at night. So that's what we do. We freeze them.
It's our homegrown valley treat that raises eyebrows and dates way back.
1903, I believe, was when the first date palm was planted in the Coachella Valley.
Crowds of families and visitors flooding the Indio Fairgrounds Sunday for the Riverside County Fair and National Date Festival, celebrating the fruit that started it all, and in all its forms.
Date shake. Gotta have a date shake.
It's just part of our culture out here. So we see it as a tradition. We come out every year and we want to make sure we continue that tradition for the families out here.
There are more than 6,000 exhibits to see and taste at the fair. 100 of them are dates.
Buy dates, see dates. We have a cooking show that features dates.
Our valley crop satisfies 95% of the nation's sweet tooth. The county agriculture report shows they rake in $41 million a year, a nice boost to the local economy.
I like that it's in our valley, and I think it's a representation of the valley that's pretty cool too.
Whether you sip it, blend it, or pick it straight from the tree here at the festival, you're sure to find a date that'll fill your cup of tea.
And this year, they're creating a new splash.
It's very unique because we've figured out how to take all the history, nutrition, and kind of fun of all the date and date industry and bottle it into beverages, both juice and tea.
Tastes good. It's really interesting what they do with dates. I mean, they do everything with them.
Something for our area to be proud of.
Laura Yanez, News Channel 3, Indio.
Fair hours are from 10 in the morning until 10 p.m. and don't miss the fair's President's Day Parade beginning at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's at the intersection of Miles Avenue and DeGlette Nor, and it ends at the entrance of the fairgrounds. Local boxing champ Timothy Bradley will be the Grand Marshal. Time now for a check of the weather. Meteorologist Rob Bradley's in with a look at the conditions out there. Hey, Rob, we had a beautiful Sunday to start off the fair, right?
Yeah, that's right. A beautiful night tonight as well. It's going to be a really nice day tomorrow for the parade, too. But just because it's a little bit cooler outside, don't skip on the sunscreen. UV index is still up there in the afternoon. 62 degrees right now, though. We're starting to cool off just a little bit. The winds have died down since earlier tonight. So just a nice little breeze out there right now to west-southwest at about 3 miles an hour. And the clouds stayed away all day. That's what we're going to see again tomorrow. All the clouds staying well off to the north and east. Perfectly clear skies. And tomorrow, it's clear skies again. We might pick up some clouds later in the afternoon, but should still make for a very nice President's Day overall. A sunny holiday is the start of the week, but then we have some cool and rainy conditions on the way for the middle of the week, and we have a high wind watch to talk about. Lots of weather to talk about coming up in just a little bit. Bianca?
Thanks, Rob. The city of Yucaipa and its police department will be hosting a candlelight vigil in memory of fallen San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy. 35-year-old Jeremiah McKay was killed during a shootout with Christopher Dorner last Tuesday. The 15-year veteran deputy leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. If you'd like to attend the vigil, it will be held in front of Yucaipa City Hall Tuesday at 6 p.m. That's located on the 34,200 block of Yucaipa Boulevard. Now you can find more information on our website, KESQ.com. Authorities need your help to find a missing mentally disabled teenager. Jonathan Allen Norton was last seen at his Yucca Valley home yesterday morning. Sheriff's deputies believe he may have walked to the Yucca Valley Library. Now he regularly visits the library and returns in the afternoon. Although an adult, the 19-year-old has the mental capacity of a 12-year-old. He's about 5'8", 170 pounds, and was last seen wearing a white jacket and blue jeans. If you have any information, call the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Station at 760-366-4175. A Coachella man is facing drunk driving charges tonight. Police arrested Ivan Antonio Rincon Lopez on the 50,000 block of Harrison Street in Coachella today. Officers say the 23-year-old crashed his vehicle into a fence around 4:20 this morning. He was then arrested and taken to the county jail in Indio. A multi-million-dollar overhaul of the DMV computer system is being canceled with the job only half done. Officials say they were making very little progress. Nanette Miranda tells us why state officials decided to scrub the very expensive project.
The $200 million effort to overhaul DMV's 40-year-old computer system that processes driver's licenses and vehicle registrations has been halted. After 7 years and $135 million taxpayer dollars, only the driver's license portion is close to getting done.
We thought it was a time to bring the project to an end because they weren't going to be able to get to an agreement on how to finish it out.
The stalled DMV project is the latest in a string of high-profile technology blunders that have plagued state government. Last week, Controller John Chung fired the contractor charged with the $400 million upgrade to the state's payroll system because it's years behind schedule, triple the original estimate, and it doesn't work. And last year, after doling out $500 million, the courts pulled the plug on the effort to electronically connect every courthouse in the state when the cost ballooned to $2 billion.
It's ironic that California, being the birthplace of the high-tech industry, can't seem to get its act together.
But the state's technology chief says they do have some successes. California is the first state to have a mobile app store. An online voter registration system kicked off last fall, and family and friends can make online reservations to visit an inmate. Carlos Ramos admits, though, the state may be too big for certain projects.
Technology projects in and of themselves can be pretty complex undertakings, but when you take on something of the scope and scale of California, they're inherently risky.
State department heads don't make projects easy either.
What we've heard from some of the people in the private sector is that the state will ask for something, but then they'll change their minds later, or they're not clear as to what they really want.
That was Nanette Miranda reporting. The state will be evaluating what to do next in the DMV and court projects. The controller says he plans to sue the payroll contractor to get some of the taxpayers' money back. Gas prices in the Southland are soaring. The average price of a gallon of self-serve regular gas in the Inland Empire jumped to its highest since October. It jumped about 1.8 cents to nearly $4.23 a gallon. The average price in Riverside and San Bernardino counties has jumped more than 50 cents over the last 20 days. AAA blames the price jump on a reduction at local refineries caused by scheduled maintenance. Immigration reform plans leaked. Next on News Channel 3, see why Republican lawmakers are turning up the heat already, plus helping people with mental illnesses. How police officers and social workers are teaming up in one Oregon city. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader. A sneak peek at White House proposals for immigration reform is raising alarm on Capitol Hill. A document leaked to the newspaper USA Today revealed details of a plan that gives a path to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. But some Republicans already say it's a non-starter. Rena Ninen reports.
The battle over immigration reform is turning up the heat on America's melting pot. USA Today says it received a leaked draft proposal from the White House, which would allow illegal immigrants to obtain green cards within 8 years. The draft also includes increased Border Patrol funding and an expanded E-Verify system so employers can screen for illegal immigrants. Rising Republican star Marco Rubio was quick to condemn the plan. The Cuban-American senator issued a statement saying, if actually proposed, the president's bill would be dead on arrival in Congress, leaving us with unsecured borders and a broken legal immigration system for years to come. On the Sunday talk shows, other Republicans added their own criticism.
By giving advantage to those who cut in front of line for immigrants who came here legally, not dealing with border security adequately, that tells us that he's looking for a partisan advantage.
Does the president really want a result, or does he want another cudgel to beat up Republicans?
The White House says it supports the current bipartisan efforts on immigration reform.
I hope that Republicans and Democrats up there don't get involved in some kind of typical Washington back and forth sideshow here, and rather just roll up their sleeves and get to work.
President Obama had already warned lawmakers that if they could not agree on an immigration reform bill, they would hear from him.
If Congress is unable to move forward in a timely fashion, I will send up a bill based on my proposal.
A bipartisan group of senators known as a Gang of 8 hopes to present new legislation sometime in March. Rena Ninen, ABC News, Washington.
Police in Portland, Oregon are now working with social workers to help identify and help people with mental illnesses. The so-called Mobile Crisis Unit is a partnership between police officials and social workers who hit the streets together. On Friday, Officer Brett Burton and his partner were searching for a man who was released from the state mental hospital. They were afraid he wasn't able to get the help he needs. This program is the direct result of a 2006 case. Burton was one of several officers who tackled a man from running from them. That man died in police custody and was later learned he was schizophrenic.
It's something that's definitely changed my life and changed the way that we do police work here.
The department plans to add more police social worker teams. Up next, right here on News Channel 3, Rob Bradley's in with a look at your full First Alert forecast. He joins us now with a preview. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Bianca. Good news is the sunny days will continue for tomorrow and our President's Day holiday. Bad news is the cold front is on the way. I got full details coming up after the break. And remember, you get your weather online anytime on KESQ.com.
Now, First Alert weather with Rob Bradley.
Well, President's Day looks to be nice and sunny, but the day after, no, not so much. A little bit of rain on the parade of the sunny days we've been having here. Good news is the parade looks good tomorrow. Winter storm watch is in effect for elevations over 3,000 feet here. Some snow flurries and some high winds could bring near whiteout conditions to areas in the mountains, make driving conditions very dangerous on Tuesday night. That goes into effect Tuesday morning and lasts through Wednesday afternoon. We also have this high wind watch to talk about for the Coachella Valley and a couple areas east of the mountains. Winds are expected to get up to about 45 miles an hour, sustained, and higher gusts than that. And just keep it locked here on KESQ for your forecast for the next couple of days for a little bit more detail on that. Today, your high 80 degrees, a couple degrees above average. Your lows right where they should be, though, right at 48 degrees. And those temperatures are going to start climbing down here, though, as we head into the work week. Right now, thermal's a little bit warmer than Palm Springs. Different story than what we've been seeing the last couple of days, thanks to some higher winds. Believe it or not, the winds don't actually cool you off. They just make you feel cool. Relative humidity outside, nice and dry still. We're going to stay nice and dry for your day on Monday and then start to pick up a little bit more moisture on Tuesday. Here's the higher wind speed and thermal right now, 13 miles an hour, 3 in Palm Springs, 8 in 29 Palms. The wind should be mostly calm tomorrow. This area of high pressure is going to bring us a nice day on Monday before this cold front makes its way down into the Southland on Tuesday morning on into Tuesday night. Light scattered showers should be hanging around the valley on Tuesday morning, and then good chance of rain, right about 90% coverage for the valley on Tuesday night. Even some snow flurries in the high deserts and the Banning Pass as well. Again, here's your microcast forecast for Monday. It keeps things nice and clear, and then the clouds start to pick up early on Tuesday. That's when the showers are going to start to make their way over here. Your microcast wind forecast on Monday keeps things pretty light here, and then on Tuesday you're going to see this big bubble pop up. Yeah, the winds are going to start to pick up for most of the valley Tuesday afternoon on into Tuesday night. Tonight, 47 degrees, clear skies, cool and dry conditions, and your day planner for tomorrow, very nice day again, mid-50s in the morning, lower to mid-70s in the afternoon with mostly sunny skies, highs right around the mid to low 70s in most of the valley, 76 degrees in Coachella, 77 in Thermal, right around 75 degrees in Palm Desert, 74 in Palm Springs, and the Tram getting up into the mid-40s tomorrow with the Banning Pass mostly seeing highs in the low to mid-60s. The high desert's just a little bit cooler than that, but your extended forecast here, things start off good, nice and sunny for President's Day, and then here come the showers on Tuesday with windy conditions to follow, mostly overcast skies on Wednesday, partly cloudy skies Thursday, Friday, and then good news is it looks like we should be clearing up a little bit for the weekend.
Okay, so we see a little rain, but it'll kind of come and go is what we're saying, right? It's not
That's what we're talking. Yeah, Tuesday night should be a little bit more persistent, but then after that, just mostly scattered stuff.
Okay, we could deal with that, right? Okay.
We get through it.
Thank you.
Got it.
We're still 1 week out from the Academy Awards, but tonight the Living Desert hosted its own Zoocademy Awards at the Renaissance Esmeralda in Indian Wells. Guests opened their hearts, their minds, and of course their checkbooks to support the Living Desert. Live music filled the air while beautiful pictures of exotic animals filled the screens. National Geographic photographer Joel Sartour spoke at the event about his experiences documenting wildlife, endangered species, and landscapes. Sartour says it's important to support the Living Desert because of programs such as its species survival plans.
They bred the Mexican gray wolf. That's a huge one. That's a native species to the desert Southwest, and they've done many others as well. Zoos are arcs now. Zoos are where a lot of species are going to survive into the future, and that takes funding, and that takes people being very excited about it.
The annual fundraising event supports the protection and care of animals and gardens at the Living Desert. Sports is up next. The NBA All-Star Game may have been in Houston, Texas, but it had a very distinct Hollywood feel. We'll show you why. Plus, a golf galore at PGA West today. Chris Alvarez shows us why some of the top golfers in the world are right here in the desert this week. You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader.
What a beautiful Sunday. From golf to baseball, some great local events to see. We begin on the links. Some of the best college golf teams in the land will bring their skills to the Greg Norman course at PGA West for the prestige. Tournament runs Monday through Wednesday. The field ranked as 9th strongest in the country and features host teams Stanford and UC Davis, along with other top-notch programs from around the country. Sterling University, a top program from Scotland, is also here. Truly a worldwide event. Plenty of reasons to get out and watch some golf.
The Norman course here at PGA West is an amazing backdrop and should provide a great test. So we hope that people come out and get a chance to watch, the future stars of the PGA Tour, hopefully, and they can do it for free. So it should be a wonderful event.
Because everyone wants to come to the desert in the winter to play some golf and get out of some of the weather we have. So it's an awesome opportunity for the guys to get a bunch of golf in and compete against some of the best amateur golfers in the world.
While the big boys get it started tomorrow, youth of all ages showed up at the youth clinic at the Greg Norman course. A truly fun event where youngsters got tips from their idols and even a possible sneak peek into their future.
These kids get a chance to see who their idols are right now. The college golfers and these coaches, this is what a lot of these kids are going to want to do. And so they get a chance to see them up close and personal. They get a chance to work with them and meet them. And it's going to really inspire them and fire them up to keep going with maybe their dream of playing golf in college.
Oh, and you like golf? We have more golf. John Merrick and the 14. PGA final round of the Northern Trust Open. Merrick at 11 under, tied for the lead. Great putt here, keeps him tied for the lead, but there will be plenty of drama on this day. This would go to a second playoff hole. Charlie Belgian has to make it. He does not, and John Merrick wins the Northern Trust Open. I'll tell you what, I'm not a meteorologist, but it sure doesn't feel like winter. Spring is in the air, and it was just an absolute perfect day for baseball. UC Riverside Highlanders taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, Oregon State Beavers. Top one scoreless at Palm Springs Stadium, and the fly ball to center. It's going to get lost in the sun. That's going to end up being a double, and UC Riverside gets a break. They're in business. What happened there? Sun's bright, white baseball, not an easy play. Highlanders can't cash in, though. Joe Chavez flies out to right, and your inning is over. Bottom of the first, Ben Doucette, your starter for UCR, in some trouble. Pitch is going to get away. Andy Peterson's going to score from third. 1-0 Beavers, and Peanut the dog, your thoughts? That's cute. Later in the inning, Beavers up 2-0, add to it. Dylan Davis drives in an RBI to left. Michael Conforto, come on down, 3-0 Oregon State, and we got Claire the dog. Your thoughts? Very cute. Beavers starter Andrew Moore dealing on the mound, 5 1/3, 6 strikeouts. Oregon State wins 14-3. A little hoops now. NBA All-Star Weekend concluding with the All-Star Game, and this one definitely had a Hollywood feel to it.
From the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. That's close. 15th All-Star Game appearance for him. Early in the first, Chris Paul, fancy dribbling, drops it to Kobe, easy land. Second quarter now, CP3 up, Blake Griffin down. He had 19 in the game. Fourth quarter, West up 8 and pulling away. Look at Kobe, still got the hops. Blocks LeBron, and here comes Kevin Durant. Showtime, throw it down. Later in the fourth, under a minute to go, LeBron turns it over. Durant to Griffin, and just take a look, folks. Fun. West wins 143-138. Chris Paul, your MVP. That's it for sports. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
All right, finally tonight, 1 week from today, I'm hosting a benefit along with Loving All Animals at the El Dorado Polo Club in Indio, raising money for the Animal Care Center of Indio. That's where I adopted my little dog, Jack, from. Y'all have seen him in some of the commercials out there. Here's some info about the first Faith Hope and Pups event. It's Sunday, February 24th, like I said, a week from today at the El Dorado Polo Club in Indio. Lunch and a polo match starts at noon, but the reception's at 11. Tickets cost $50. For more information, you can buy a ticket at 760-861-1006. Hopefully the number will come back on your screen, or just write this down. Yes, 861-1006, or y'all can email me, bianca.ray@kesq.com. Should be fun.
It should be fun. Bianca, tell me a little more. Can you get dogs there?
Yes, actually, we're going to be bringing 10 animals from the shelter, so there's going to be a little doggy fashion show, and you could hopefully take, one of the 10 home. And So it's a polo match and lunch buffet, so kind of a nice little event.
Chris will take all 10 home.
And tell me we're going to have good weather for next Sunday.
It looks like it right now, but you know, it's about 7 days out, so it's hard to tell. The good news is tomorrow looks good. Tuesday night, we should be getting some rainfall, some windy conditions as well. Make sure you tune in to KESQ this week for your detailed forecast and clearing up a little bit after that.
All right, that's it for us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow in the morning, News Channel 3 in the morning. Have a great night, everyone.